You subscribe to the channel for more daily uploads? And you followed me on Twitch? Who do you think you are? Chat, I kept a bad hand. What am I doing? Nah, this is fine. Cope. Hi, chat. What a terrible freeze frame for my camera to be stuck on. Alright, there we go. Hi, chat. Good afternoon. What up? How we doing? Ragster? You'd have to play 4. Unblockable Rock Vine might be really good, actually. Looking good and not paralyzed today. Doubt. Also, Jebby, I'm gonna need a word with you in my office about what you just posted as your first chat for the day. Send a call slip up. You're gonna have to get a pass from the hall monitor. Looks like a Clarion Conqueror deck, by the way. I mean, maybe it's Goryo's, which also plays Clarion Conqueror. Ain't no way there's that many Clarion Conqueror decks, chat. I don't believe it. The dog. I'll allow it. Maybe I shouldn't allow it, but I gotta allow it, I think. I'd really love to make a construct here. But if they play an Overlord... Womp womp. Alright, well, if they play an Overlord... I'm kind of cooked. If they play a Riddler, I'm a little bit less cooked, but still kind of cooked. A kid said it around you today? I don't believe you. I think that kid was Mark. Maybe just pass. Maybe they have nothing else. Entei and Key's interesting? Like Entei from Pokemon or what? I mean, Entei does seem pretty good in this game. I think Entei hits for like at least 80. That's interesting. This fella is kind of a problem, huh? Do I just board on him? I do have a Pyrite Spellbomb in my deck now, which I forgot about. But they could also just like Emperor Bones the Thalia anyways. I can just skate on him. Now this forces the jump block on the Thalia. Yo, dude, thank you for the raid. Appreciate ya. Thank you kindly. I don't have a needle. But I think making them have to Emperor Bones the Thalia is probably the best thing I could do this turn. Or I could just kill the Emperor Bones by forcing the jump block with it. Oh, there's Warp and a Riddler. Okay, well, I mean, that's like not too bad for me. I could draw 2 with the key. We have a lot of options here, actually. Eat the Thalia. I mean, they can't attack here. Okay. Emry. Well, Emry turns on Mox Opal, which is actually freaking fantastic. So let's play the Emry. Hopefully mill Mox Opal. Alright, we milled a Mox Opal. That's that shit I love to see. Then we get to play the Mox Opal. No, come back. I need to make another token and haste it. I have another Mox Amber in my head. Come back. Okay. I gotta beat Clarion Conqueror. I think Unholy Heat's the schmoove. Metallic Rebuke is pretty good, I think. Vexing Bauble. Voice Crack Bauble. Man, what am I cutting? Scrabbling Claws? Scrabbling Claws? Scrabbling Claws? Yeah, I think it's Scrabbling Claws. I'm not sure I'm gonna need that against anything except for Emperor Bones. How's it going, buddy? It's the hardest part about this deck by far is figuring out what to cut post board. Maybe one Amber, one Tamiyo, one Key. Let's try that. Cut Skateboard? Never. No, no. No, I will not be cutting Skateboard. I guess hand's not too bad. No, I will never cut a Universes Beyond card. They're the most powerful cards in the game. No, that's not true. I just cut a key to the side door. Or as some would call it, key to the screen door. Aren't bored of skating? Mods, execute them. Thank you, Jebby. Why is my Tamiyo in the Shadow Realm? Joel, what's your home address? Don't give any moderators your home address, chat. I assure you, despite them being moderators, they don't have your best interest. That's a lot of Gal Blasts. Crack the clue, draw a card, we ripped a Saga, it's not too bad. Plus, play the Bauble. Ass, upkeep, crack the Bauble. We see a Witch Enchanter. And I imagine they're going to play an Overlord. They're going to Thoughtseize my triple Galvanic. Yeah, right. No response. Choose wisely. I found another Felia and a Riddler. Returns Felia. Zap. Too busy conceding after flipping one sideboard card? Me. I'm in this picture and I don't like it. I think we're in a pretty good spot here, all things considered. Never mind. I want to Otawara my own Tamiyo. I think I'm supposed to Otawara my own Tamiyo. Return to me. Cutter. Is that better than make it a construct? I don't know if that's actually better than make it a construct here. So I think I'm just gonna pass. I produce a Felia. I murder the Felia. And then I crack this now so they can't kill Tamiyo in response. I'll grab an Isle. Urza game plan has to be better. Urza was pretty bad when we tried him yesterday. Unless you're talking about Saga. Saga's great. You wouldn't galv a dog now, would you? Galv's a dog. Yeah, it wasn't Urza's fault. It was Clarion Conqueror's fault. Damn you, Clarion Conqueror! Damn, there's Solitude in this Tamiyo. That seems wild to me. Maybe they know something I don't. have baubles. I think it's better just to smack them instead. Kind of milled over a lot of lands, huh? If we milled over a Mox Opal, then that would have been extra 2 points of damage. Alright, they said GG's. GG's. Kind of a clunky hand. Has a lot of potential, but I think this is a mulligan. Kind of vomits the entire hand to play. Holds up Metallic Rebuke, but doesn't do anything after that. Imagine if we had Kappa Cannon here. Shame. I think I'm keeping this Putting Back Island. Then we're going to fetch Steam Vents, Tamiyo. Turn 2 LoKey Bauble. I just hope to draw a third land for Saga. Reveal double Devour. Oh boy. Hope it's Cosmogoyf. But it's more than likely just going to be some Eldrazi variant. Ramp or whatever. Maybe I should play the Bauble right now to play around them playing a turn 1 Vexing Bauble. That's probably what I should have done. I should have deployed this Bauble out. Normally it's better to hold it in case you draw a Cutter, but against this matchup, if they do have the Vexing Bauble, it's probably better just to run it out. Tron. T-Ron. Yeah. Yeah, we knew this was going to happen. Hey, look, the Cutter. Kind of rewarded, but kind of not rewarded at the same time. I don't know. That's weird. It's like simultaneously rewarded and punished. I'd love to draw a land here. And also not get Kozilek's commanded. Oh, best I could do is another Bauble. Do I leave up Metallic Rebuke, or do I play LoKey Bauble and then trigger Cutter again? I think I'm leaving up Rebuke because Kozilek's command. It's close. But I think if they just Kozilek's command themselves here, I'm going to be very far behind. How long until Wazi goes after 2 of your star cards again? Rip Bilbo and LoKey. I'm not even playing Bilbo. Bilbo's kind of whatever. Drawing all these zeros is kind of sad. I think we're supposed to grab a skateboard here. Maybe not a skateboard. Maybe I grab the claws. I grab the claws, then I can trigger LoKey and draw a card this turn. Which admittedly maybe not as good as just getting a skateboard. I don't respect short kings. You're so right. Short king. Could also just get a Bauble and draw an extra card that way. The Scrabbling Claws provides me a little bit more card advantage over multiple turns. I think I'm grabbing the claws, which looks a little weird here. Perfect. Best draw. It's Vexing Bauble Hosebane. And I think I hold these 2 for next turn. I know they have 2 Devourers in their hand, or at least 1 Devourer, because the other one's under the Ugin's lab. I have another Kozilek's command. Oh, they're cracking the Bauble. Huge. No, I forgot. I will, though. Please don't Ugin me. I'll cry. Yeah, they had to have drawn this off of the Vexing Bauble. Otherwise, they would have just cast it for 1 more, probably. Ugin. Ugin. Cutter. Probably Cutter. Could take out LoKey. They're going to take out the LoKey. Okie dokie, please don't have another spell to cast this turn. They do not. Ooh, is that lethal? That might be lethal. Three, I think that's lethal. Zap. -4. Sometimes lucky. Who am I kidding? Always lucky. I think Rebuke can go here because we're bringing in Consign instead, and then Claws out, Spellbomb out, and then we gotta cut 2 more, which I'm thinking I'm just defaulting to Mox Amber Tamiyo. Oh, it's gonna be a pain in the ass is freaking Karn. As soon as they play Karn, I'm gonna have a bad time. So like maybe I want to leave in Metallic Rebuke or Force of Negation for Karn, but I think Force of Negation is especially bad in this matchup if they get to stick the Vexing Bauble. We have a Gal to deal with Karn. I could bring in Unholy Heat. That seems a little bit too reactive. Could bring in the Needle for Karn. I don't know how much that matters. Why Harbinger over Blood Moon? I think Harbinger is just much stronger. Our deck is also base blue, splashing red. It's not base red, splashing blue. But I think turning everything into islands right now is better than turning everything into mountains. But it's also matchup dependent. Also Harbinger attacks, which is nice. Could do a split of Harbinger and Blood Moon. I was thinking about that too. Dingo on the other side of the table staring at his card. Ooh, is that lethal? Ooh, a fancy draw. I think I have to mulligan this hand. It's pretty bad. Okay. Oh, no Vexing Bauble. Blessed. No. Why? They did keep it one lander though, so we might be able to still beat them down. Oh, the humanity. How do you not crack the Vexing Bauble there? Maybe have a Kozilek's command. Yeah, maybe cracking Bauble admits defeat. Have a Witch member. Flesh Raker, huh? All the value I'm losing. Opponent said Vexing Stonks. Not wrong, kinda is Vexing Stonks. I guess I should have played Bauble on turn 1. And then held the Mox Opal for the cutter. Okie dokie. Cracks the map. I mean, that's pretty good, no? We want Lantern. Who wants Lantern? Sky Sovereign? What the f— Holy shit. Yeah, you're right. I didn't play around Sky Sovereign. How are we gonna put him to 2? I don't feel so good, Twitch chat. Yeah, we still have Galv. This thing is 6/6. It's a 6/5. I'm dead. All right. Well, I didn't play around the Sky Sovereign chat. That's my bad. My fault. That one's on me. No, I don't want Rebuke in this matchup. Usually, if they can assemble Tron fast, Rebuke doesn't really matter. Also, all their stuff has cast triggers anyways. Nah, I don't think I wanted... I don't think that Vexing Bauble's so good against us to the point where you want to, like, hinder your own game plan to be able to deal with it. I think Vexing Bauble's only okay against us. Stuff like Clarion Conqueror and Karn I'm way more concerned about. Yeah, it's so close. Yet so far. No, I think Needle for Karn doesn't do enough. Also, I kind of wanted to down-tick Karn so I have an easier time killing with Galvanic Blast. Which sounds a little unintuitive. Yeah, the static ability is what I actually care about on both of them. Pair of maps. Secondary Cutter. What do they take here? Take the Cutter. I'm gonna take some damage. Oh, no swings. Looks like they don't have Kozilek's command either. Cracks the map. Cracks the other map? What do I want here? Maybe just Mox Opal. Key's fine. For unblockability. I'm gonna Galv this Thought Knots here so I don't... I actually think it's Mox Opal. Nice. Excellent. Guess I could crack the Bauble here. I still have my Mox Opal on. Mind Stone. Does make Key a great top deck. Not wrong. 3 rounds of Gorios is pretty brutal. Key. How about LoKey? Should actually cast this first. Think it plays around stuff a little better. Then we untap Minamo with Minamo. Get an extra draw step, which is nothing. Combat, hiya. Draws a card off the Bind Stone. Sure. I can pick this up too. And then spend these two to get Tron, and then Tron Ugin, but then if they do that, they die, because they know about double consign. So thanks, Kevin. Appreciate you. Better luck next time, my friend. Yeah, I think I just do this, right? I have to imagine they're probably dead. Yeah, they are dead. GG's. I think it's black-red sacrifice, almost assuredly. Now, you may be wondering, how do you know that you're playing as black-red sacrifice? That's the only deck that this person plays, and they play in like 2 challenges a week. Yeah, Dragonfather's kind of the GOAT, though. They know what they like, and they don't stop. Yep, there's the Bloodstained Mire. Baubles. Triple Bauble. Goif. And you got baubles on baubles. Baubles on, baubles on, baubles on, baubles. Cutter. Amber. Emry. Do I ever want to play the bauble? I want to save it next turn. For next turn, I should say. I think I'm gonna... Oh, another cutter. I think I'm gonna save it. Well, I guess I can't attack if I save it. Such is life. He does love a good Rakdos mid-range. I love when Magic Online stops letting me be able to use my hotkeys. That's my favorite feature. Well, I see you were having a good time using your hotkeys. Stop that. Small indie company. Not inaccurate. So if I skate, tap down the Stitcher Supplier. I think I leave back Tamiyo. Village Rights. Always black-red sacrifice. Yeah, I'm gonna leave back to Tamiyo and send him with the rest. I think Tamiyo's on blocking duty. You hear that, Tamiyo? You're downgraded. Bloodghast. Kills Emry. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Another Bloodghast. Ooh. Well, I think if I just cast those 2 spells, they're probably dead. Didge. Grab the Shadow Spear. Unholy Heat could be pretty nice, maybe. Still wish I put another piece of Graveyard Hate in my sideboard. I keep forgetting to do that. Maybe Harbinger's not so bad. Or not want. Metallic Rebuke seems whatever. I don't actually know if Harbinger's gonna be any good here. We might as well find out, right? Trim a Key, Trim an Amber, Trim a Tamiyo. Opponents 2-0 in the challenge. They are indeed. They usually don't do too bad in challenges. Despite playing Black-Red Sacrifice, which They just love a good village rites. Oh, is this lethal? 62 cards, huh? I'm keeping it. Nobody can stop me. The mighty dragon fodder. I like how dragon fodder is becoming infamous just for playing Bractos all the time. Oh no. That's probably the worst draw. There's a few people that are infamous on Magic Online just for playing the same deck over and over. Like Sven's Feeder's Fan only plays blue-red. Some version of blue-red control with just like the worst cards you've ever seen. Dragon Fodder only plays Sacrifice. Magic Devil only plays Blue-Tron. I would say Magic Devil's infamous for a different reason though. Yeah, for being the greatest Pro Tour winner of all time, I think he calls himself. Even though he's never won a Pro Tour. Has he even played in a Pro Tour? Why'd you keep this? It's Black Red Sacrifice. Cut me some slack. We just need to draw a land or an artifact, and it would have been a very fine hand. And instead, we drew a Mox Opal, which doesn't count, and then a Tamiyo, which also doesn't count. E on 0. And finally, pops it for the Mox Opal. Well, now I can eat the Goyf, I guess. Kept the Bauble in hand. Respect. My Mox Opal. Oh, hell yeah, Scrabbling Claws. Ain't no laws when you scrabble the claws. What do I do here? I think I gotta get back to Scrabbling Claws. Don't worry, I haven't listened to chat a single time in my entire life. Which is why I kept his hand. Village Rites? Holy shit, it's a different version of Village Rites. Emry down. Brotherhood's in. Another Goyf on top. Uh-oh. What a sicko, that's what I'm saying. They're casting a Goyf from the graveyard instead of from their hand. I guess they perceive it to be more mana efficient. Yeah, those are the village wrongs. Corrupted conviction. I guess it is value, but they kind of just shrunk their Goyf by 1. Yeah, Jackie. Alright, whatever. LoKey go. Why did I keep this chat? This hand was so freaking bad. Who let me keep this? LoKey, no. Tamiyo. Blocker? Not blocker. That makes a blocker. Another cutter. Is that helpful? How have I not milled a Mox Amber yet? Need a Mox Amber so badly. Oh my god. Goyfs are getting stronger. Yo, this Scrabbling Claws is ass. Why isn't it Soul Guide Lantern? Doesn't trigger LoKey? Yeah, you're so right. Even Tormod's Crypt would be amazing here. Flashes back looting. Discards 2 lands. Passes. Another Emry. I've got to get more cutters, chat. You don't understand. So stupid. I do have a Shadow Spear. For whatever that's worth. Which I think is not a lot. Another Hasty Bloodghast. Village Rites. Not Lightning Bolt. Okay, Eluding. I need to draw a Galv, I think. Does Galv even save me? Could be like a Shadow Spear. I'm gonna have to think so hard about this. So I make a construct. And I want to get a Shadow Spear. I can activate Emry. We have a lethal line. If I grab a skateboard. I doubt it. Hasty construct, grab a skateboard, equip the skateboard, activate Emry, untap Emry. That's 6 damage there, and then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 artifacts. Plus the skateboard, so 8 plus 6. Which could be 9 plus 6. I think I'm 1 short. Can I get a Spellbomb? No, I have to get the skateboard. Oh, I have a Spellbomb in my graveyard. Can I pop that? No, right? Maybe I can get a Mox Opal? And then a Spellbomb? Huh. Is the new Emry? It's not a bad idea either. So play the Emry. Activate the Emry, play the Emry. Haste the Emry. Move it over. I think I do have a lethal line. Just gonna have to use my brain. And I'm like kind of fresh out of brain juice right now. So I do this on Opal. Play the Saga. Play the Emry. Keep the new one. Mill. Hit the Amber. Cast the Opal. Cutters. Keep that Opal. Skateboard the Emry. Cast the I have to move it over also. Cast, probably doesn't matter. Cast Amber, I guess. Something just to pump it. I don't think this matters what I cast here. I move this over here. -3. Alright, Skateboard OP. Yikes. This clause is gonna make me so sad. Kahira, we're playing against blue-white control. No, they have a Solitude. Why do bad things happen to good people? I think, doesn't matter which one of these I play. This is better if I draw LoKey. My Emry's not resolving. I discarded my Surgical Extraction. Uh-oh. I'm having a bad time over here, chat. I do have Root Wallace, though. Prismatic ending my key. One's at 7. Hold on, chat. I gotta cook up a line here. Yo, I just cooked up the sweetest line. You guys don't even get to see it. I pretty much had to discard a Phoenix, so that way I got 2 triggers of Hardened Academic to win the game. I guess it wasn't actually that sick. I'm just gassing myself up, if I'm being honest. Somebody's got to do it, because it's not going to be Twitch chat. Spellbomb, go. Draw Opal. I really need to draw a red source. Okay. Not a great red source, but it's a red source, I guess. I don't think I play the cutter because I can't trigger the cutter this turn anyways. Kicks a consult. You're doing great, Sweaty. Thank you. My alter ego, Perspiring Mike, approves. Here comes Wrath of the Skies. Goodbye, stuff. I'll remember you. I loved you, things and stuff. Fish. Goodbye, fish. Scepter, consult the star charts. Haven't seen that one before. I don't think I'm beating Scepter, consult the star charts, though. His hollow one hands are so bad. Yeah, I think Control's actually pretty well positioned at the moment. As long as you can dodge, he'll draws you. You're gonna Wrath for 0. At least my cutter sticks around. Never mind. At least my cutter's stuck around for a second. It's actually not a terrible draw. Can bounce that scepter. It's got last known information, right? So I couldn't have bounced it in response. I don't actually know how that works. Maybe I should have tried to bounce it in response. How does that work, chat? Oh, they found the chat. Alright. I don't actually know how that works. Sorry, I'm going Hollow One mode. Should I try to cheese him with Harbinger? I don't know if it's worth it to try to cheese them with Harbinger. I guess no. Can you cook up an 8 moon deck? I think I'd probably just put it in the same shell that we're currently playing right now. I can get rid of this fawn. Nah, it's probably an Emry. Is it an Emry? I think it's a fawn. Yeesh. Milled a Mox Opal and a key. Yeah, I think key was the main reason to keep the second Emry in our hand. Gluten Strand. Yeah, it went okay. I don't think it was much different from the list that had Tyvar. It felt kind of the same. Cut. No. Let me cut. Okay, first off, rude. I'm gonna grab another Steam Vents. I would like to get this key, so I can start discarding redundant Emrys. Another cutter. I think I'm gonna hold that second cutter in case they have Wrath pretty soon. It could be like tuned into Wrath. Play the sync out though. Video of Wrath. Got rid of my key. I feel like that means they have another Wrath next turn. Or are they dead? Cutter. Something Gelv. I think they're dead unless they have a free spell here. Cutter, Opal. Trigger. Combat. I kill you. Cool. Galv's still good. I don't know how I feel about Harbinger, chat. Do we think Harbinger's good? I feel like it's probably worse on the draw. And probably like something I don't want to bring in. I think Blood Moon could be strong against control, but it seems like Harbinger's not very strong against control. If we can assemble like Harbinger plus Vexing Bauble, I think it could be powerful. Oh, my opponent just got absolutely schmooved on. We just surgical 2 Atroxes out of their graveyard. That felt so good. I loved you, Tamiyo. I'll never forget you. Uh-oh. Now, why would you want a Wrath meme? Quick, Needle Wrath. Sync's actually pretty good here. Alright, my opponent scooped 1-0 in our league. Hoorah! Do I want to commit the Needle? Probably not. I mean, I'm going to sync it at least. And then hope to draw Metallic Rebuke or Force of Negation. Consult. Oh god, second Wrath. YOLO Needle Strand. Alright, come on, Rebuke Force. Something. Dies. I'll go to Galvanic Blast. A second Wrath has hit the hand. Try not to panic. Panic a lot. Yeah, big dog. Your Wrath, man. Let's grab a key. Play the key, play a Saga. If they want to Wrath me again, so be it. Discard Emry, draw 2. Found a Mox Amber and a Cutter. Pass. Your Wrath and days are over, pal. They're actually not. They're going to Wrath me again. Interesting. They're just holding on to this other Wrath. I guess we're going to beat him down with Saga. Unless they want to Wrath the Saga away. Sure. Alright, well, I guarantee you they don't have a third Wrath chat. There's no way they have a third Wrath. Can I play around counter? I don't think I can play around counterspell here. Not on the excuse me. Voice crack. Not on the Cutter anyways. Spell Snare. This is kind of brutal. Yeah, I need a Harbinger. That's what I'm saying. I think I'm supposed to Needle Henge. If you want to beat me down with Hall of the Storm Giants, say Levine. I think them putting Planeswalkers in their hand is probably way worse for me. Uncounterable, kicked, consult the star charts. Gross. There's a name Mistra's Village. And they just activate Monumental Henge. I'm not sure I could beat that. I didn't think this Metallic Rebuke was going to do too much anyways. I guess they found nothing off of it. Nothing they want to cast anyways. Puts a card on top of their library though. I think we be dead, chat. Uncounterable. Narset. Grabs a Spell Snare. Now untap it because I draw a Cutter. Did not draw a Cutter. Alright, kill the Narset. Yeah, Treasure Cruise. I miss you, Treasure Cruise. Come back to me. There's one card on top. Kahira resolves. Too many rats, too many rats. Maybe I should have just held my first Saga. Not sure Metallic Rebuke's getting any better than that. I think I need to draw exactly Mox Amber, activate Key, and then draw into Cutter. It's probably my sequence that gets me out of that. Like Cutter plus another relevant spell. Big Rippers. Chant. Is this hand good, chat? Looks like no. I think this is a mulligan. Oh no, it got worse. Oh, this one's the keeper. Playing as land destruction, my favorite. So I have some funny lore, chat. I had to message my buddy just now because we made a bit where he plays a lot of fighting games, and I decided to make a Smash.gg that's the same exact name as his under a different email as like a bit. And he just went to register for a fighting game tournament, and I got an email being like, "Hey, Kuba, you're invited to play this fighting game tournament." It's literally a joke that keeps on giving. It's so great. I hate that we have to play against Bonza, by the way. They didn't kill my LoKey instantly. Well, that makes sense as to why they didn't kill it immediately. They do have a Price of Freedom, so I think I'm supposed to hold this Urza Saga in my hand. They are going to kill all my red sources. They go Cutter Opal. Hold on to the Bauble. I'm going to field my red source. Okay, I'm fielding my red source at least. And then my island, okay. Not taking out my red source. Dub. Which means we could play Bauble and then Galv them. Emry's not a bad draw either. I could move the Cutter over to Emry post-combat. I think that's the move. Let me recast the Bauble. Don't know. I don't think I hold this either. I think I just blast them. I mean, if they wrath me, they wrath me. I can't really do much about it. Cutter. Cast another Bauble. Crack a Bauble on their upkeep. See a Galv that's gonna kill my Emry. Oh no, they have it. Oh yeah. Well. Wrath is, looks like Wrath's gonna kill us this challenge, chat. Look at their mana base. 4 planes and 2 Cories. Alright, surely this Saga survives. Can we just talk about how unfun Pawns is to play against for just a second? Why does this deck exist? Who made this? Which one of you in chat made this deck? I hate it so much. Is Harbinger good? Probably not, but maybe I boarded in. Just to stop all the field effects. Maybe it's not worth it. Grievous banned, but we have Pawns in the meta. Spike! Is it already September? Not quite. 2 more weeks and it's September. So funny that I got an email when my buddy tried to sign up for a fighting game tournament. I miss Yogg versus Scam meta and being mad at Rhinos. I don't miss being mad at Rhinos because Rhinos was like kind of tilting. I miss Scam a lot. I miss the Murktide meta. The Murktide meta was good. Murktide meta might be the best meta in recent history. That meta was quite good. I get it. It's because he fell. The Murktide Hammer meta was gas. Although creativity was kind of tilting to play against. Mostly because Ren and 6 was so unkillable. I think I'm playing Sync into Key. And then we go Steam Meds, Cutter, Amber. Better yet, Steam Meds, Cutter, Bauble. I imagine I'm gonna get my shit stone rained. Solitude. That's kind of messed up, man. Save me, Saga. I don't know if the land destruction matchup is actually winnable. The more I think about it. Goodbye, Urza Saga. I will remember you. I'm not actually blowing up my Urza Saga. We're gonna wait until like draw step. I'm doing it now. Yeah, maybe they'll wrath away the high noon. How does high noon work with Cutter? I'll give you one guess. Wrath for 1. Another rebuke. I know they have a solitude in their hand. Excuse me. I know they have a solitude in their hand, which makes this pretty horrible. If they ever decide to fire off the solitude, I'm just not gonna have a threat anymore. Think I counter just whatever at this point. You do not want to solitude this. Which is, you know, understandable. Yeah, Tamiyo's gonna wear a pair of cutters. As Emry probably should have worn a cutter as well and gotten in there. They'd be at 7 right now. I think I should have done that. I could try to like bobble next turn. Doesn't seem particularly good though. I should have attacked for 2. Discharge Emry. I guess I should have targeted the bobble here. If I were a wee bit smarter. Bobble would have been a better thing to cast over Mox Amber. Could have gotten a redraw off of it. Maybe hit Gal Blast. I think I boarded out most of the Gal Blasts, or maybe all the Gal Blasts. I did board out all the Gal Blasts, so we're gonna have to do it the hard way. Maybe they cracked the High Noon. We know they have a Solitude in their hand, and they can crack the High Noon, so they have 2 different answers to this Monk token. If they crack the High Noon, I'm pretty happy. If they hard cast Solitude, I'm also pretty happy. Wrath for 1. That's kind of messed up, man. This mosquito is absolutely terrorizing me. Be gone, mosquito. We need to draw a creature. Oh, they killed their High Noon. Okay. Well, I didn't think they would have killed their High Noon. It makes a lot of sense. I don't think I can win the game anymore. His hand's okay. I dig it. I don't know if I'm supposed to cut Rootwalla here. Probably. Gilded Goose. We're 3-2 in the challenge, right? Yeah. Based Gilded Goose has arrived. Samuel has arrived also. Can somebody please link me the correct deck? Olivine? That's not the correct deck. I can link you Olivine though. Cutter pass, and then we go Cutter Skateboard maybe? Cutter Rebuke, I'm not sure. I could die here. Makes a food. Bauble means we can leave a Rebuke. I think leaving a Rebuke here is pretty decent. I kept one of those. This hand could be anything type of hands, chat. Over in my other game. Oh no, it's dog shit. That's rough. I discarded all my lands. Never change, hollow one. Never change. Oh, discarded all my lands, but it doesn't matter. I get to cast double hollow one here. Hollow one's so good. Simultaneously so bad and so good. Sometimes you're hollow, sometimes you're the one. Wiser words have never been spoken. Land me dealer. Neverland. Portico. I've gotten 16 cards deep in my deck, and I only have one land. So I discard the rest from the Burning Inquiry. Court of Calling. Alright, we'll go 3-1. We needed the second land. We never hit the second land. It's a pretty clutch rebuke. I think my opponent's dead here. Tamiyo. Emry. Skateboard. Bad RNG in League, good RNG in Challenge. Yep. That's how it works. My opponent said I hit him with the F6 check. Did I? I don't know. I guess I hit him with the F6 check in the sense that they didn't get a Dryad Arbor. That's a pretty good turn. Not too shabby. Might be something to the Steel Cutter card. I don't think I want this many keys. I'm also kind of off of Scrabbling Claws. I know it hits the cat out of the graveyard, but I'm not sure that's what matters necessarily. I also have Dewdrop here, but I think Harbinger's just a house here. Report me to the FBI. Please don't. You ever logged back into MTGO since Breach was banned? Ah, so you're one of those people. You were carried Breach, huh? I think our breakers are quite bad. I want Shadow Spear. We were the lowest on breakers after being like 3-0. So I'm gonna guess our breakers are poor. DZ, thank you for the 36 months. That's not true. That is not true. Storm did not do fine. Storm was quite a poor pick. Oh, Tamiyo. Do I go for that turn 1 Tamiyo? Nah, I guess turn 1 Tamiyo Cutter doesn't make a lot of sense. Well, GG. GG. I lost. About to get Lavinia out of this game. Should have played the Amber, chat. Should have played the Amber. Yeah, I'm going to Dallas. Or Houston, whatever. Wherever it is. But I'll be at the Spotlight, I'll be at the RC, and I'll be at the other RC as well. I need to draw a Galvanic Blast. Mr. Asia. Tips Fedora. Lavinia. Lavinia. Oh. Best draw. You can see how absolutely devastating this Lavinia was for me. just play all these out? Thinking maybe I just play all of them out. We'll peep them. Samwise. I guess I could die, huh? I don't know if I'm winning. Maybe. Maybe. Probably not. I think I need another removal spell. Might be thinking about chump blocking. I think it's a good thing for me if they chump block, though. No blocks. Gal dealer. Well, that's really good if I don't die this turn. Oh, am I not dying this turn? I'm not dying. Ooh, piece of candy. You're on the bench, Harbinger. All right. 4-2. This hand's okay. Ish. Okay-ish. Probably fine on the draw. Okay, drawing a Bauble's helpful. I think my opponent's probably playing Goryo's. Oh yeah, MTG bot agrees. Because I've seen them play Goryo's before. Somewhat recent. Oh yeah, I didn't even look. What was the super or the gold queues again? Gold constructed single elimination queues. 150 play points to enter, 300 play points for first place, 8 treasure chests, 8 QPs, 200 play points, 4 treasure chests, 4 QPs. It's pretty cool. Like little mini tournaments. I think there's a lot. I should have played this first, by the way. Now they can kill Loki. I'm not gonna get any value. Messed up my sequencing. Oh wow, they're gonna force a negation of Bauble. Oh. Wait, maybe my sequencing was divine. I think I'm like pretty damn happy if they're gonna force a negation of Bauble. My sequencing was immaculate, it turns out. I'm gonna grab that Scrabbling Claws as well. Draw a card. I don't have a Surveil land in my deck. I don't think I'm gonna play this Emry. I think I'm just gonna hold up Metallic Rebuke. Sure. I'll rebuke a frog. Why not? Is a life without surveilling a life worth living? Yes. As it turns out, yes. We're number 15. Do we have a chance of making top 8? I don't think so. I'm gonna get like 9th. 12th maybe. Somewhere in that realm. I could take Unholy Heat. Unholy Heat's a little bit better against Frog and a little bit better against the Riddlers. I kind of want to try Harbinger. Is that crazy? I think what I'm going to end up doing is signing off. And if we get top 8, I'll sign back on. Overworked. We're past 4 hours. Dang it. Or I could just let you guys play words on stream while I AFK and do laundry. I'm gonna keep this hand just because I have this key to the side door. Hope I can discard 1 Emry. I'm gonna bauble myself. No, maybe I don't bauble myself because then I can go turn 1 key. Turn 2 cutter bauble. Or I can go bauble Emry activate key. Depending on what they do. I mostly just wanted to stop Wrathless guys. I know they still have Solitude, but we have a Vexing Bauble in our deck that we can tutor up off of Urza Saga. So if we can get ourselves in a situation where we Vexing Bauble their Solitudes and then we get to play the Harbinger, it might be really good. Alright, would I rather Bauble Emry? Would I rather Cutter Bauble? I think it's Bauble Emry. Okay, we found the Vexing Bauble. Frog my Chungus life. Wrathless guys. How goes that mosquito again? Taunting me in my every action. So I made a really salty deck for one of my commander groups, and what open almost salty the 3-card combo is Elishnorn, Grand Cenobite, Kudo, King Among Bears, and Nature's Revolt. I know what Elishnorn does. I couldn't tell you what the other twos are. What the other two do. Jeez, no dad, Jed. Sorry about you not drawing a second land that game. I guess it would have been a third land technically, but it was kind of brutal. Best stone read of my life. Last time we played, I turned 2 Capa'd you. Nah, that's messed up, man. How you gonna do that to me? Thought we were friends. Kudo makes all creatures 2/2 bears, and Nature's Revolt makes all lands 2/2 creatures. Also, Elishnorn kills everything. That is kind of dope, actually. Kills all their creatures, all their lands. It was turn 1. You're not making a better case for yourself. If they want to Wrath for 2 and kill their own frog, they're probably going to lose the Harbinger. I'm blocking. Uh-oh. Harbinger of the Seas. Resolves. I didn't think I'd get this far. Maybe I need to keep that sink in my hand, though, because that was like my only way of dealing with the frog. Discards Gristlebrand. Discards Wrath. I should have kept the sink in my hand, I think. I played it to have Metallic Rebuke up. I might just lose to this frog. How do I not lose to this frog? I think I'm just gonna lose to the frog. Ah, shit. Can I draw anything off of LoKey? No. Do I have a needle in my deck? No. I think I messed this up. Frog OP. Kind of off these Unholy Heats. Maybe the Unholy Heats don't do anything. I think Harbinger could still be okay, though. It's kind of like a minor inconvenience for them. This hand is not good. This hand is interesting. I think I try it, and I put back the key. Because I have the Minamo to trigger the LoKey. Frog is too strong. Might just Thoughtseize me, though. But if they were going to Thoughtseize me, I'd rather them not take my Inquisitive Stupor. They probably just take Harbinger. No, they take LoKey. And then I draw a LoKey because this... Oh, no, I cracked my Vexing Bauble. Holy shit. Misclick of the century. Fuck. Failed my dexterity check. I've been washed. I've been the cleanest for a long time. I can't believe I just did that. I'm so sad. Peaked about 5 years ago, I think. After my 365 ended, it was all downhill from there. I can't believe I just did that. Now they're gonna just Solitude my fucking Harbinger. Come back to be Vexing Bauble. I'm sorry. Never mind, I'm not gonna be able to cast this Harbinger. Actually. This is fine. Everything's fine. Riddler of Emry. Can I beat that? Probably. Solitude Pitching Wrath. Yep. Land dealer, please. Ah, everything's so horrible. Alright, well, we're definitely... I'm making top 8 now. I guess even if I had the Vexing Bauble out, it didn't matter. Because we were never drawing third land. Jesus. Hey, at least I can do laundry in peace now. Bauble. Key. And a Force of Negation, the key. Sure. Save me, Metallic Rebuke. spins a Thoughtseize. I still think this is winnable. But maybe I'm just coping beyond belief. Alright, I no longer think this is winnable. I can cast a Vexing Bauble and I can cast a Harbinger and then die. That doesn't seem great. That's my other line. Am I actually dead? And discard 2, they draw 2. Yeah, I'd actually be dead. I don't think I have any outs. Bummer. Maybe they don't see the line. Yeah, right. Where's our Aether Spellbomb? Discards a Gristlebrand. Should have cracked the Bauble again. Ah, they saw the line. Yeah, I'm fucking stupid. I just actually... just actually fucking misclicked. Alright, Mosquito, your time is now. Ah, this Mosquito!
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore!